Hey everyone, and welcome to the Deep Dive. We're going to be talking all about SEO today. I know SEO can seem like a bit of a black box, lots of technical jargon, and kind of complicated strategies, but it's honestly not as daunting as it might seem at first. Think of this deep dive like a crash course, SEO for beginners.
Right. We'll be breaking down some of the more complex concepts into easy to understand pieces and giving you the tools you need to get started with SEO.
So imagine you've put all this effort into creating this beautiful website. It's filled with great content, but no one can find it. It's like, opening a store in the middle of nowhere. SEO is all about making sure your website shows up when people are searching for, exactly what you offer, bringing those customers right to you.
It's really about making your website visible to those search engines like Google so you can attract more visitors and ultimately, help grow your business.
Okay, so let's get started with the foundation of SEO, which is keyword research. I like to think of keywords as like those bridges connecting your website to what people are actually searching for online. I was listening to the Benny Mathur Show, and he described keywords like breadcrumbs you leave online for your audience to find you.
That's a great analogy. And, to sprinkle those breadcrumbs effectively, we need to focus on three key aspects of keyword research. First, identifying those relevant keywords. Like, what are the words and phrases your potential customers are actually typing in? Tools like Google Keyword Planner, SEMrush, or Refs, these can all be incredibly helpful. They give you data on search volume, competition, and related keywords.
So it's like we have the spyglass into the minds of our target audience. You can see exactly what they're looking for, what questions they have, what problems they need solutions for.
Yeah, precisely. And once you have that insight, you can move on to the second aspect, which is focusing on long-tail keywords. Now, these are longer, more specific phrases that really target a niche audience. For example, instead of just going after the keyword shoes, which is super competitive, you might target best running shoes for flat feet.
Ah, so it's about getting specific and attracting the people who are most likely to be interested in what you offer. I like that.
Exactly. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Understanding search intent. You see, it's not enough to just know what keywords people are using. We need to understand why they're using them. What's their intention? Are they looking for information, trying to buy a product, or are they searching for a specific service? By understanding search intent, you can tailor your content to meet those very specific needs.
Wow, that's a game changer. I never thought about it like that. It's like we're not just throwing keywords around and hoping they'll stick, but we're trying to actually understand the user's motivation behind those keywords.
Exactly. And that understanding helps you create content that really resonates with your target audience, all right? Yeah. It's about providing the right information at the right time, leading to a more satisfying experience for the user and a higher likelihood they'll engage with your website.
Okay, so we've identified our keywords, and we're starting to understand search intent. What's next?
Now it's time to optimize your website, what we call on-page SEO. It's like setting up your storefront, making it really inviting, easy to navigate. It's about making sure your website is structured in a way that both those search engines and users love.
Okay, I like that. I'm picturing a bright, well-organized store, clear signs, easy to find exactly what you're looking for. What are some of the elements we need to focus on when we're optimizing our website?
Well, one of the first things is title tags and meta descriptions. These are like those little snippets of text that pop up in the search results, giving those users like a preview of what the page is about.
So they're kind of like mini advertisements for your website?
Yeah, exactly. And you want to make those ads as compelling as possible, right?
Right.
Entice those users to click through to your site. This means crafting clear and concise titles and descriptions, incorporating those relevant keywords and accurately reflecting the content on your page.
Gotcha. So it's all about being both informative and enticing. Now, what about the content itself? How do we make sure that search engines can understand what our pages are actually about?
So that's where header tags come in. Header tags like H1, H2, H3, they're like the headings and subheadings in a book. They help break up your content into logical sections, making it easier for both those search engines and users to read and understand.
So it's like creating a clear roadmap for your content, guiding both search engine bots and human visitors through the information.
You got it. And speaking of content, the quality of your content is paramount. Search engines are getting much smarter, and they're able to recognize valuable, well-written content that provides real answers and insights.
So it's not just about stuffing keywords into your content, but it's really about providing genuinely helpful information, that people want to read.
Right. High-quality content, it builds trust with your audience. It establishes you as an authority and, in your field. And that, in turn, kind of signals to search engines that your website is actually worth ranking.
Okay, that makes total sense. Now, what about images? I know those can play a role in SEO as well.
Absolutely. Images, they make your content more engaging, visually appealing, right? But they also need to be optimized for those search engines. One important aspect is alt text. This is a short description that tells those search engines what the image is about.
Ah, so it's like giving the search engines a pair of glasses so they can see those imager.
Exactly, exactly. And it also helps the users who are, visually impaired to understand the content of that image. Another key element is image optimization. So large image files can actually slow down your website, which can negatively impact your SEO.
Yeah, makes sense. Nobody wants to sit around and wait for a page to load. Like, we want speed, efficiency.
Precisely. So compressing your images to reduce that file size is crucial. And finally, we can't forget about mobile friendliness. In today's mobile-first world, your website absolutely needs to be responsive, easy to navigate on all those devices.
It makes a lot of sense. Google has even said that they use a mobile-first index, meaning they primarily use that mobile version of your website for ranking and indexing.
Exactly. So if your website's not mobile-friendly, you're putting yourself at a real disadvantage.
Okay, so we've covered on-page SEO, but there's more to the SEO puzzle, right? What about building that authority and reputation outside of our website?
That brings us to off-page SEO. And if on-page SEO is all about making your website look great, off-page SEO is about getting the word out, building credibility.
Ah, okay. So it's like the marketing and PR for your website.
That's a good way to put it. It's about showcasing your website's value to the wider online community.
Yeah.
Earning that recognition from other really reputable sources.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What are some of the key components of off-page SEO?
One of the most important is backlinks. Backlinks are links from other websites that point back to your site. Think of them like votes of confidence from other sites,
Yeah.
saying, hey, this website has good content, you should check it out.
So the more backlinks you have, the more trustworthy your website seems to search engines.
Yeah, precisely. But it's not just about the quantity, it's about the quality. A backlink from, a well-respected website in your industry carries much more weight than dozens of links from random low-quality websites.
It's like, getting a recommendation from an expert versus your neighbor.
Yeah, exactly. And earning those high-quality backlinks often involves, creating valuable content, the kind that other websites want to link to. It could be a blog post, an infographic, a research study, maybe even a tool or resource that you provide.
So you're saying it's about creating content that's not just good for your target audience, but also for other websites in your niche.
Exactly. Now, another important aspect is social media marketing. Sharing your content on those social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn can help you reach a wider audience and bring traffic back to your site.
Right, because let's be real, a lot of people spend their time on social media. It's a great way to get your content in front of more people.
Right, and it helps build brand awareness and engagement too. When people share your content on social media, it's like they're giving you a virtual high five.
And all those high fives can really add up, boosting your visibility and credibility.
Absolutely. Now, another key component of off-page SEO is building brand reputation. And this is all about cultivating that positive online presence, encouraging satisfied customers to leave positive reviews, and generally, just being an active and engaging member of your online community.
So it's about building a good reputation both on and off your website.
Exactly. And that positive reputation can translate into higher rankings, more website traffic, and ultimately more business. Now, if you have a local business, there's another aspect that's super important, local SEO. This is all about making sure that your business shows up in those local search results.
Right, so if someone searches for best pizza near me, you want your pizza place to be at the top of the list.
That's it. And a key part of local SEO is optimizing your Google My Business profile. This is a free tool that allows you to, manage how your business appears on Google Search and Google Maps.
So it's like your digital storefront on Google.
Exactly. Make sure all your business information is accurate, up to date. Encourage those customers to leave reviews and post regularly. Keep your profile active.
Gotcha. So we've covered keyword research, on-page SEO, and off-page SEO. Are we missing anything?
Just one more thing, technical SEO. This is like the behind-the-scenes stuff that makes sure that your website runs smoothly and is easily understood by those search engines.
Okay, that sounds a little intimidating. Can you break it down for us?
You can think of it like fine-tuning your website's engine, making sure that it runs smoothly and efficiently. It's really about making sure your website is, technically sound. So those search engines can easily crawl it and, index it and rank it.
Gotcha. So it's all the stuff that's happening kind of behind the scenes that we don't see as users, but it's really important for the overall SEO performance.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the most important aspects is website speed. Having a fast loading website is so crucial, both for user experience and SEO. Studies show people are more likely to just abandon a website if it takes more than a couple of seconds to load.
Right, we're all about that instant gratification now. Nobody wants to wait around.
Yeah, exactly. And search engines like Google, they know this. They'll actually penalize those slow loading sites,
Hmm.
because it leads to frustrated users.
So website speed, check. What else falls under this technical SEO umbrella?
We've talked about mobile friendliness already, but it's worth saying it again. Because Google uses what's called mobile-first indexing. This means they're mostly using the mobile version of your website for ranking and indexing.
So if our website is not optimized for mobile, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, it's like trying to read a book with tiny print. Not a good experience.
Okay, mobile friendliness, double check. Anything else?
Another important aspect of technical SEO is creating an XML sitemap. This is basically like a blueprint of your website. Helps search engines understand the structure and navigate it more easily.
It's like we're giving those search engine bots a GPS map of our website.
That's a good way to put it. It helps them find and index all those pages. And then there's HTTPS, which is all about security.
Yeah, I always look for that little padlock in the address bar, make sure a website is secure before I put in any personal information.
Right, exactly. And you want your website to be secure too, for your users and for SEO. Having that SSL certificate, which enables HTTPS, it's a ranking factor for Google. It just signals that your website is trustworthy.
So it's a win-win, security boost and an SEO boost.
Okay, any other technical SEO things we need to know?
The last thing is fixing broken links and crawl errors. Regularly checking your website for technical issues is really important. These errors can really hinder your SEO performance because they prevent search engines from properly, accessing and indexing your content.
It's like having roadblocks on that GPS map that we were talking about. We need to clear those roadblocks.
Exactly. And there are tools out there that can help you identify and fix these issues.
Okay, wow. We covered so much ground today, from keyword research to on-page optimization, off-page strategies, even the technical stuff. It's been quite the SEO adventure.
It really has, but, SEO is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a constant process of learning, adapting, and refining your approach.
Right, because that online world is constantly changing. What works today might not work tomorrow. But the good news is, by understanding these core elements, you have that strong foundation. And for anyone listening who might have been intimidated by SEO before, I hope you're feeling a little bit more empowered. Like you can actually tackle this and be successful.
I think so too. Remember, SEO is all about making your website more visible, more discoverable, more appealing to both users and search engines. And, with the knowledge you gain today, you're well on your way to achieving those goals.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a little bit of a challenge. Now that you understand the basics of SEO, what is one action step that you can take today to improve your website's visibility?
Maybe it's brainstorming some keywords, or optimizing your title tags, or reaching out to other websites for backlinks. Whatever it is, just take that first step and keep the momentum going.
Yeah, every little bit counts. And if you want to learn more about SEO, we have a bunch of resources in the show notes.
Happy optimizing, everyone.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those websites climbing those search engine rankings.